Hey, 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 you're listening to the Daughter's Diary podcast. I'm your host, Chanel Moore, and this is a final episode for this season 5. Let's go. So, this is the last episode of season 5, and I really, really wanted to have something super profound to expand on and expound on and all that, and I don't have it. Honestly, I just thought it'd be cool to just kind of recap what this season has entailed and what my favorite parts of this season have been thus far, and maybe even some ideas about what to do going forward. But yeah, that's all I got. So this year thus far, this year has been intentional in trying to just share things that are in my planner as far as quotes, share challenges that are in my planner, and just come alongside people, encourage them, just remind them they're not the only ones struggling with certain things, and that, I feel you essentially. And so I have really, really enjoyed doing the planner ideas. I've enjoyed the quotes. I'm a big quote person if you don't know me. So I love having a good quote, and I kind of like having a challenge as well to kind of keep up with it also. So those are just some things that I personally like. So that's probably why I enjoyed doing it so much this season. But one thing in particular that I really have enjoyed is the 5 for 5 series in the midst of this season. 5 for 5 is just like, man, I just really enjoyed it, and I feel like it was the one time that I got the most feedback for something that I've done on the podcast. And so that's just been really cool. And if you don't know 5 for 5, like I said, so actually in my class, to kind of get students involved, to kind of keep them on their toes, especially during AP Gov season, I do what I call a 5 for 5. And so it's 5 minutes to study any material that I have gone over that week and 5 questions on a quiz. So they kind of know when it's happening, but I call it 5 for 5, 5 minutes to study, 5 minutes, well, not 5 minutes to take the quiz, but 5 minutes to study and 5 minutes, 5 questions on the quiz. I wish they could maybe be that ready for it in 5 minutes, but I wouldn't even be that ready, so it's fine. And so I took that idea and incorporated it into a podcast series, 5 for 5, where I just had kind of a quote that had been placed in my heart that the Lord had given me, and chatted for 5 minutes on it, and that was it. And so I really enjoy bite sizes of information. Like I like learning, I like reading, I like studying and all that, but at times it's overwhelming, and so sometimes you need just a bite size. And I felt like the 5 for 5s were a really, really fun way to share something that was important, but also not to overwhelm you with information about it. And so that has been one of my favorite things, because I like a one liner. I really do. And so they have been a lot of one liners and just really fun to do. And so those have been reasons that I've really, really enjoyed this past season here on Daughter's Diary podcast. The next season, my hope is that it will look very similar to this past one. I'm always hoping to get more people on here because I know people don't want to just hear me talk. And as honored as I might be if that were the case, I know it's not. And so I really do want to get more feedback and more wisdom on here because, I have mentors. I have people who pour into me. And so I'm really recycling information that I've been given and that I've failed forward in learning and so forth and so on. And so all that to say, since we will be starting a new season, I need to give you the tidbits for July because I realize one of the challenges I think was to challenge you to take kind of just a virtual break, a digital break. And so I kind of intentionally didn't do the challenges for like May or June, I think, just because I wanted you to take a break. And so listening to me talk about a challenge for the month, for 10 minutes on a podcast. Well, like you could do other stuff while you do that, but that's not the digital break. And so I just wanted to be intentional in doing that and intentional in just taking a breather myself as well. But I say all that to say July is here, like literally it's here. And the random act of kindness for July is to write a teacher, coach, or boss who made a difference in your life. I so love this. I at random have my students write notes to teachers because we just need them. Like they just need they need to do it, and teachers need to be encouraged. And so I really like this idea. Very difficult idea for the summer because a lot of people aren't in school, but there are still sports going on and people are working. So you can definitely do this idea for a coach or a boss, or you can do it for a teacher and give it to them. Open house, man, what a great gift for a teacher to just like give them something that's encouraging to start out the year. Yeah, that's great. Like, do that. Go ahead and write a note for your teacher, your upcoming teacher, or your past teacher, so that you can give it to them for open house. There'll be a really pleasant surprise. The next thing to talk about is our mid-year progress. So, believe it or not, we are halfway through the year. We're halfway through 2025 already. And I just want to pose a question. Where are you with those goals that you had? How are they going? How can I encourage you towards those goals? I really kind of just looked at mine as I was prepping to do this podcast, and it's like, ooh, I really need to revisit that. And so that is definitely on my list of things to do, but we're halfway through 2025, and it's really a good time to just kind of glance at what you got going on and what you're working on and see what you can accomplish. You can probably still accomplish any goal that is on your list right now, even though we're halfway through. And so I just want to encourage you, keep plowing, keep trucking along. Those goals will come together if you are willing to work on them and just carve out time to do it. And so be encouraged. Be encouraged. I know a lot of times people are like, well, it's too late now. No, it's actually not. Now's a really, really good time, because it's not like you have to set new goals. You already know what you want to do. And you spend half the year knowing what does or doesn't work. And so now just apply what does work and knock those goals out. So reach out to me if you need some help and some accountability and being encouraged to do those, which I think leads greatly into the quote for the month from my planner in July. Proceed as if your success is inevitable. Proceed as if your success is inevitable. And I believe that your success can be. And so let's be positive. Let's move forward. Let's not approach anything as if success is optional. I think approach it with success being the end result. And on that note, I really want to just challenge you. What's your definition of success? In life, like, what's your definition of success? I would say that, like, today, my definition of success is going through something and learning from the experience. Like, actually walking away from it, and maybe not with the results that I wanted, but knowing that it was a growing experience for me. And honestly, we're probably going to jump back in July with that question, like in the next episode or next season, with that question, like, what does success mean to you? Because it means something different. And depending on what it means to you will change really how you approach things, and will change your expectations of yourself and other people. And so, yeah, I'm gonna leave you with some homework on that one. What is success to you? Define that. And I would love to know what people's definition of it is. So you can always comment. You can always text the show, I think, on Buzzsprout. And if you know me, you can just hit me up. What is your definition of success, and how are you working towards it? Looking forward to hearing from you. Till next time. You've been listening to the Daughter's Diary podcast. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. For more information, you can visit our website at www.achanelmore.com. There, you'll find blogs, a store, more podcasts, and tips. Thank you for your time.